Hello, 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 everybody out there. Hello. I came by with my tea and a fresh perspective. Decaf tea, by the way. It's not even hot anymore. It's been sitting there for a while. I'm trying to calm my throat down. I was eating some chocolate to try to coat my throat because I've been doing some very intense impressions on TikTok. I'm going to talk a little bit about TikTok today and what's been going on with me and some of the more behind the scenes stuff or, whatever. I mean, I don't know, man. If you really even say behind the scenes, I mean, there'd have to be a scene to begin with. I don't know if I have much of a scene. I don't really know how I think of myself right now. I mean, I don't really I don't know. It just seems like the way some people think of some people is probably not very realistic or it's like a dream. It's like an action figure. It's just like it's just a character, iconic character. It's in it's in your head. It's in your microwaves. Giving off that brain radiation. But you know, anyways, I'm over here with a whole different set of silverware, trying to break down a whole different plot of meatballs and punions. So I have been involved in something here, and I'm gonna explain the situation. I'm involved in something and it's a pretty crazy situation. I don't know what's going to come of it. It might just fall down before my very eyes and just crumble because it's a very difficult situation. Okay, let me explain the situation. So I've been doing impressions for. I'm gonna start from the beginning. I'm gonna try to make this as clean and quick as possible and try to dice it up for you. Nice clean edits, natural editing. You don't have to cut the video. Just edit it with your mind beforehand while people are watching it. Right. So I'm editing in advance. Wow, wow, that's ingenious. Actor is an editor. They're editing their own imagination to give you a proper performance. Wow, wow, whoa! Look at you! Look at you! So anyways, yeah, this has been some stuff going on, a lot of this stuff. And before I unwrap this box of meat and vegetables, I need to do nothing. I don't know where I was going with that, guys. I'm not very well practiced on these puns and references and transitions and stuff like that, which is perfectly okay. But I'm trying to be my own personality here. So I guess I am the ice cream. Am I this guy right here? Am I the actual ice cream man? Probably. I should probably just be that. I've tried to do that before. I was thinking about actually doing it in real life, dressing up just like him. I love this guy. I don't even know. I don't even know. I don't know if he's really drawn that well. He'd probably be drawn better. I wish some people did some fan art of him, A really good artist was like, I love this character. I'm going to redraw him and just did a really, oh, I wish I could get fan art. I've had some fan art before. So anyways, I had a couple fan arts in my day. No, maybe they got disappointed. Should be a, oh, wow, look at the fan art. So good. I should have better reactions. I appreciate people. Damn it, I can't give everyone what they want. I'm trying. And which leads me to the big potui. To poopy. The big cake. Let's just say leads me to the big cake. The big cake. The big confetti. Or whatever. So I've been recently streaming on TikTok live, okay? And I've been doing this for about 3 weeks, and I never tried it before. I never thought to try it. I never thought it was worth trying. I never thought that it would become anything except a pipe dream of nothing else more than just, hey, oh wow, he's live streaming TikTok. Oh, good for him. This guy, man, he's crazy. He makes videos all the time. And so yeah, I've been making videos for a long time. Back to what I was saying before. And I've been uploading to TikTok for a long time, and I do kind of my own thing. I like to do freestyle impressions and freestyle comedy and puns and just come up with different impressions and puns and do a lot of different random characters and different things. I like to make cartoons, and but I did go pretty hard on just punning to the camera with shorts. And I was doing this on YouTube and TikTok for a long time, but we had a little bit of success on YouTube just doing puns, just filming myself to the camera. And I did a lot of different variations. I went outside, I did hiking stuff, I did all these puns and singing and just doing something to the camera. So it's not like I'm doing a very high-end production where I'm practicing, like, it's like you're practicing what you're freestyling, which it's not really produced in a way that it's like like a music video or like a comedy skit or like a comedy animation done in a particular way with a particular style that basically reflects a sequence of events and transitions and story build up and switching in between characters and story build up until you get reach to the final point. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff going on. You switch between one character and the other in a cartoon throughout the cartoon, and then you conclude them in the end at once. Yeah, there's stuff going on. You have two stories running simultaneously. That's how they do it. But I don't know. That's a style. There's a lot of styles. It melts your brain, guys. It melts your brain. There's a lot going on. So, anyways, I'm here to talk about the whole TikTok thing. So, I just randomly started streaming to TikTok, and I was streaming some video games there for a while. And also on my channel, cerealboxseth, I actually got a little bit in over my head because I started to stream again. I decided I want to do a little bit of game streaming, right? I was like, I'm gonna do a little bit of game streaming, and I'm not gonna really expect it's not like I'm gonna expect like, oh wow, 30,000 people watching my stream. I just won the lottery and everybody loves me. Oh my gosh, yeah. You know, I wasn't really expecting that, but I'm gonna try my hardest. I'm gonna do my best. I'm gonna try to entertain people, and I'm on YouTube. I'm not on Twitch. So wow, good for me. Good for me. Fighting the good fight here. Um, that's a whole different conversation. But anyways, so I kind of dedicated myself there. I probably should have said something after that because I said I was basically telling people, and there's a few regulars on my Cereal Box South channel if I'm gonna stream video games, and I'm sorry. I don't know if they're gonna see this, but yeah, I am sorry. I should have probably said something. I didn't mean to do them like that, but I've been on TikTok streaming, so you can come. I don't know if anyone was aware of that, and I don't know, man. You'd have to pay attention to stuff if you really want to know what's going on. Like if you really want to, I'm there. So, but anyway, so I was streaming and I kind of gave a schedule, 3 times a week, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 5 to 8. I was just gonna do a couple hours a week, just hey, little razzle dazzle. Maybe I shouldn't say razzle dazzle, but you know what I'm saying. Just kind of sandpapering the microwave a little bit there. Just hey, couple hours a week, just because I want to, because I'm bored, because I want to hang out with people and just, play video games and make video game clips because I like doing video game comedy. And so I was doing that for a little while. I think I was doing it for a couple weeks, trying to stuff out, trying to get stuff managed because the whole streaming to TikTok, and streaming to YouTube at once, multi-streaming. So I went through this whole fiasco trying to, figure out what's going on with the multi-streaming stuff. So TikTok has their own softwares for streaming, and you have to use that. And Streamlabs has multi-streaming. So without breaking it down too much, I basically ran into a situation where I'm only able to stream on TikTok because I can't do multi-streaming on my phone. And so it's just this situation where I guess I could probably stream from my computer, but it's a little bit different because actually the camera I have on my phone is pretty good. So this one isn't as good as my phone camera, which is surprisingly, but the mic's better. So anyways, this whole situation because like ASMR, you kind of have to have the open mic, and so I don't know. There's a lot of things I'd have to work out and have a lot of stuff going on with the technical aspect. I'll just say that. A lot of stuff with the technical aspect, but basically I streamed from my phone onto TikTok one day because I was like, you know what? Let's just stream to TikTok from my phone because I was streaming games to TikTok and YouTube at once for like a week or whatever, just trying it out. And it's pretty interesting. It's kind of fun, streaming to TikTok. I didn't really get too many viewers, but I did get a few. And, kind of trying testing my luck on YouTube, the big corporate video machine, and it's so hard to, really get noticed. But, you got to be ridiculously good for people to, like, you got to be like, like, we out of this world, to be successful. And, not everyone can get there. There's a lot of streamers out there. There's a lot of talent, but I don't know. You know what I'm saying? It's just, the whole situation just, my brain is scrambled eggs. So, so then I went and I started to stream to TikTok. And I just streamed from my phone, and I did it in my car, and then I was streaming food. So I started streaming food on TikTok, eating it live. And so I started to do that, and people were liking it. People actually showed up. And the first couple of streams, it was like, wow, I actually got it. There was actually 100 viewers on the streams. I've never had that before. I've never had over 100 viewers on a stream ever. Okay, I have videos. I have a video here on YouTube. It has 26 million views, to over 200,000 likes. I have a bunch of videos with views and stuff. Awesome. That's great. That's cool. And that's always also challenging because I have to eat food on camera. So the thing about this is I started to stream on TikTok and people actually showed up, and then I found out what was going on TikTok because I don't really watch TikTok. I don't really pay attention to it. I'm more of a person who just works on my own stuff, and I I don't know, it's probably good not to have outside influences, give or take. I mean, some people benefit from pros and cons from the influences side of that in-depth conversation that I'm not really trying to get into right now. But so yeah, people showed up, and I was like, whoa, very surprised. Never did not think that was gonna happen. So, I've been getting like hundreds and hundreds of viewers, sometimes over 1,000. One time I had 4,000. And that was for a little while. I had 4,000. A couple times I had 2,000 viewers. And it's hard to maintain, like, the higher amount of viewers, the harder it is to maintain, especially on a live stream, no matter what you're doing. And the thing about me is I've always done comedy and I've tried to do gaming, but I never really, the most popular things I've had was doing these comedy shorts where I would pun stuff to the camera. That was pretty, I mean, it wasn't massively popular. It was extremely difficult to do. It was a very fun grind, though. I love doing it. But I have had some popular, I've had some cartoons get some likes, not anything crazy. I've had a couple cartoons on TikTok gets a couple hundred likes here and there. And then I've had some get, likes on YouTube. It's hard to get likes, guys. Like, to get 100 likes on a video is actually pretty hard. So if you're able to do it easily, then you're probably pretty talented, and you probably need to pursue more, but it's another conversation. There's probably too many people on the internet posting videos anyway, so it's kind of a pipe dream. Honestly, I almost see myself as disposable. I see myself as just another person wishing they could succeed with it, and honestly, it's kind of sad. And it's kind of sad, because a lot of people want it. A lot of people want to succeed. Like, there's so many comedians out there, guys. There's so many people that do comedy. And yeah, hey man, they wish they could be successful, but it kind of comes into like a 9 to 5 thing where it's just like, yeah, it's just everyday stuff, the whole entertainment industry and talent and all that different stuff. And it takes a lot of work. You have to sacrifice stuff, blah 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 blah. So that's a whole different topic I don't want to talk about right now. So anyways, I started doing these live streams, and then I started doing these little NPC streams where you shout out gifts. It's a particular type of thing on TikTok where you shout out gifts, and then you kind of do a human behavior. You do a repetitive human behavior, and then you just keep shouting out gifts, and you try to get as many gifts and many viewers, many everything as possible, and kind of type thing. So I started to do that and had hundreds and hundreds of viewers every night, sometimes maintaining 500 viewers, sometimes maintaining 400, sometimes just 100. So it goes up and down. So I've been going through this kind of crazy cyclone of streaming on TikTok, and this has just been in the last 3 weeks. Never thought this was going to happen. Never thought it was going to happen. And making money from tips and stuff. So I've been making money from or gifts. The people give you gifts on TikTok. I don't know who's watching this. I don't know if I have to explain it all to you. But basically, yeah, I've been streaming on TikTok. They give you gifts, and it's a kind of a unique experience that they have on there. It's a unique experience on there because it's mobile, and it's different from Twitch, and it's different from YouTube. So, like, if a person streams on Twitch and YouTube and TikTok, and you never really know, like, what's going to happen. A person could be successful on all three, or you could be more popular on one and less popular on the other. So it's just kind of weird. Like, I tried to stream on Ice Cream Man a little bit and just try some of the same stuff I was doing on TikTok, but it didn't really seem to work as well. And I could give it another go, but it just, and that's why I don't really do many podcast videos, because they don't really seem to work that well. But now, I don't know, I just feel like doing it, so I'm just doing it. But the thing about it is I'm doing these streams and I never know what's going to happen. And it's been really hard because TikTok is pretty strict. And if they decide you're misbehaving, they'll just cut you off. You can't even do sexual humor. I can do sexual jokes here on YouTube. I mean, sexual humor is respected pretty well in the comedy community. In fact, it's not a very big deal. I mean, yeah, hey, there's all these things going on, all these situations with, celebrities sexually harassing people and all this stuff. I understand that, but there's also a large portion of people that just like, it's just jokes and sexual humor and stuff, and that's part of the reason why it's so hard to do, because you have to do it right. But yeah, I mean, it's just such a lack of like TikTok, like my personal opinion, I don't want to bash them too much or anything, I know it's hard. It's hard running a social media platform, and you have to satisfy a lot of different things. You have to satisfy the government, you have to satisfy the people, you have to satisfy the law, you have to satisfy, so there's so many things that you have to do. Advertisers, there's so many things you have to do to run a social media platform. So I understand that. And it is, they claim they're about freedom of expression and stuff like that, and but YouTube is definitely way more lenient, and it's whatever. I mean, you could go flash guns and talk about killing someone in a fucking music video, and I don't know, that seems to be okay. But if you say it, if you just speak it, so there's all sorts of stuff going on with all this controversial kind of opinionated censorship and different shit like that, and what is comedy, what's not comedy, what's appropriate, what's not appropriate. So I've been basically acting just completely dumb on TikTok, and that's one of the routines. So I've been developing these routines, I've been experimenting, I've been trying out these different kind of NPC acts, and then doing these really intense things where I'm like eating McDonald's out of a bag. So I don't know if I need to explain this to people. I mean, you should probably just go check it out, because I have a bunch of clips there. If you want to if you're interested or whatever, just go look at it to see what I'm talking about. So anyways, I've been doing a lot of different stuff on there. It's like basically you get a McDonald's bag and you just pretend like you're eating out of it, and then you combine a different stuff with it. And I've been doing this choo choo vroom vroom, choo choo vroom vroom, and I do a bunch of different variations of these different impressions and stuff. But see, here's the thing: is people are watching, people are gifting me, but sometimes the viewers fall off, right? And I'm streaming, and the viewers fall off. And TikTok has a different way of, it's a different algorithm, completely different platform. They do things a lot differently, and there's so many different features on there. You can sell products right there, and which is interesting, because almost on YouTube, they should just make it so you can sell Amazon products right on your YouTube channel right there, and they can just click on them. And I don't know, you can kind of do that though. You just put the product in the link, but it's just different, all the stuff they got going on in there, and I never really paid attention to it. So yeah, and I never thought that people would watch me on there, but unfortunately, it's just probably just a matter of time before the views fall off and things stop happening for me, because I've been actually doing pretty well on there, just getting gifts and stuff, and a lot of good support. I actually have 8 subscribers on TikTok. I have 0 subscribers on all of my YouTube channels. And part of the thing with that is like the type of entertainment that you make. If you make like viral stuff where you're not really talking to your fans that much, they might feel more inclined to not subscribe to you. So that's part of it. And I've been trying to like okay, so I should probably start responding to comments and stuff like that. But I do live streams on my other channel, and I talk to everyone that comes on there. So I don't know. I mean, it's just like this whole thing where it's like, different types of fans, and you get different types of support from different people. And if someone just liked one video that you made and it was funny, like you just had this one video go super viral and they just like that one video, they probably wouldn't feel very inclined to just like pay you $5 a month or whatever and be your supporter and help you out. So you kind of just got to take what you can get, and just hope that, hey, and that's part of the whole thing. It's like, well, it's almost like watching a stock crash or something. It's like, hey, am I going to be able to satisfy these people and everyone enough to be able to meet some kind of quota, or get somewhere where I can just at least make it into a feasible job, And because it's like, a lot of people, you wish you could get rich, and not very many people get rich off entertainment. Like some people do, yeah, but you know what I mean? There's a lot of people online. It's highly competitive, and you just have to put in that work every day. So I've been dealing with like the mental stress, and also dealing with, the people on the stream and stuff, because, there's a lot of trolling, and there's a lot of stuff happening, and it becomes controversial, and you try to make the right decisions. And I feel like I screwed up a couple times, but there's certain things you can't do on TikTok. You can't you can't act a fool. Like you can act a fool on YouTube pretty decently, and like no one really care. Like it turns into drama. Usually when someone does something dumb, it's usually a lot of the time it's usually acceptable because it can potentially just become drama and something for people to laugh at because it comes, because people make fun of you, or you get criticized for whatever it is you're doing. And then a lot of the internet, a lot of the trolling and stuff that goes on is just a big gaslighting fest of what you're doing wrong or right. And so it's just like this whole different pile of different things, being in demand, trying to satisfy people, trying to do everything perfect, combing my hair, having the right lighting, doing the funny stuff and making people laugh and giving them what they want, you know what I mean? And to give them what they want, sometimes they don't even know what they want. So it's like, and sometimes you don't even know what you need to give. So I just been sitting there on TikTok for like 3 weeks straight now, pretty much streaming as much as I can and trying to do different things and trying to figure out where it is my balance is and trying to be like, oh, I need to relax. Oh, I need to do this. Oh, I need to take a break. And I was just on there. I was just streaming, and I have a couple different routines I do. But so the viewers dropped down. I was at like 200 or something, 250, and then the viewers dropped down to like 50, and then I'm like, oh, I'm gonna take a break. So that's what I do now. If the viewers drop down, I just take a break. That's what I'm doing now, but it's kind of trial and error because I did a couple streams. I did a stream like 11 hours on there, like week and a half ago, 2 weeks ago. It was like 11 hours I sat in my car on TikTok and made some money and stuff. A couple of days. Some of the days I make 100, some days I make $60. And then so I'm trying to do it, but it's hard to just constantly come up with new funny stuff that people are gonna like. And some people don't like food, like fast food comedy videos of this guy just ASMR fast food comedy stuff. You know what I mean? And so I'm just in this big fiasco of what I shouldn't do and making the right moves and it's like it's really risky to like for me to just make a video and do an impression over it. It's risky. So a lot of the time I just sit there in silence and just eat the food because that's better than actually trying to do something over the top or ridiculous, because sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't. But if you do it more, the more chances you have of success. So like, if you could get it really carved out really nice. And so that's what I've been doing, is just carving out these routines, trying to get them good, not trying to get burnt out and burn myself out so I hit a brick wall and you're performing bad, people are leaving the stream, and trying to maintain that and trying to see. Basically, I've been seeing where it's going to go and trying to be cool and keep a good attitude and keep positive, because it's pretty hard. It's really hard because you got to sit there on a stream like a lot of time people make, well, that's a whole different conversation. So like if someone's going to make a comedy video, they could sit there, you never know how long they worked on that video, unless they told you or something. Like people post videos to the internet and not a lot of people put in that much time into them. So like if you wanted to make a good video, you would probably have to put in a lot of work, but I don't know. It's questionable. How long did you rehearse it? How long did you practice it? How long did you like make this specific video? And so, it's like, to a certain extent, some stuff isn't even worth making. And then it's like, well, you have to do like low quality humor just to sustain it, because there aren't any ideas, or you're trying everything you can try, and it might be better if someone else wrote for you anyway. Like me, I'm sitting here, I'm like, yeah, I'm pretty, I mean, I don't know how to think of myself most of the time, because it's like, oh yeah, wow, I just got 26 million views on a video, and I never thought I would get that, because I just got this video up to 26 million views on YouTube. Oh wow, 26 million views, and then it's like, oh wow, oh well, and then I'm not doing as good now, so I don't even know, what am I supposed to believe? I'm a battle with self-esteem. No, it's pretty okay. I try to stay confident, but yeah, you can just question what you're doing and what you should be. What am I doing? I'm doing the same thing over and over. Maybe it's not working as well as I'm but maybe it's safe that I just kind of do some of the same stuff and try to make it better. And so you just have all this different stuff that like you can do, and then you have stuff like that you should probably just do. Like Like for me, like I've been eating McDonald's fries and making the clips of me eating McDonald's fries for a while. A lot of people like that. I didn't even know that I should be streaming on TikTok. I should be streaming TikTok a year ago, man. And I just started posting on Instagram. I should have been posting on Instagram like a year ago. I just got a clip on Instagram up to 159,000 views. I never thought I would be able to do that on Instagram. And Facebook and Instagram are way different. So it's just like, it's probably a good thing if you're able to trend that high on multiple platforms, though. But anyway, so it's just such different platforms, and you never really know what to expect. And I tried to stream on Instagram for a little while, but I don't know, man. It's like you never know what could, I don't know. Like I was on Twitter for years doing jokes and just trying to get somewhere on Twitter, but I don't know, man. Twitter is a little bit different. I guess X, whatever you want to call it. But it's a little bit different. It's it's kind of more of an intellectual program where people share information, ideas, and opinions. Probably the main. It's probably mostly just a political, just a political dump. No, dumping ground, political dumping ground, intellectual dumping ground, basically. But I tried over there on years, and a big part of it, it's like if you don't have people already, like if you're a stand-up comedian, you have some fans and you go on Twitter, they might like your stuff. But for me, it's like I didn't really have that. So I think people didn't really know my personality or how to connect to my personality or whatever. So if I make the short videos versus a live stream, it's different. But if I did it on this platform, you get different results. And so, yeah, wish me luck. I got to get out of here though. This has been a good little episode here. I'm trying to. I don't know how many of these I'm gonna do, so I'm just doing a couple of them, just hanging out, talking about some of the stuff that's going on with me, and just kind of venting, but really just like giving the lowdown, giving the in-depth version of what's happening. And I'm trying to finish some books. I'm trying to figure out if I need to make this animation. Do I need to be part of a team? Do I need to? I don't know, man. It seems like I'm better being a solo independent um solo independent creator, whatever you want to say. I don't really consider myself a creator or an influencer. I don't know about those terms, director, writer, creator, influencer, artist, comedian. I don't know. You got all these different words, and they're kind of just words. It's like, for me, it's just like, how can I get the best result, but also how can I do something that I'm going to really feel? So it's really an emotional thing too. It's like, how can I like feel like, hey, I did something and it meant something, but it was also hilarious. Try and try. Times change, people rearrange, things never stay the same. I'm out of here. Poetry damages your mind. Don't do it. Just kidding. I'm out of here.